still on IR, and you see Kevin Brownell out there without a helmet. Does that mean we see the debut of Mitch Wild tonight?
Yeah, you will see the debut of Mitch Wild. He's worked for it and deserves it, so he's excited, and we're excited to have him in the lineup.
Steve's been on him from day one. You've been on him from day one about how good he's been, how much he's worked, and how hard he's earned. What does he bring to the lineup?
Well, he's going to bring size, obviously, physical player, and he's going to bring some speed. We need, I like to have a little bit more speed too, coming out of our own end. So, he has a nice soft stick around the net. So we're going to see some of that tonight.
Our weekly question: how's Aaron Wilson? Is he?
Aaron Wilson,
get in?
Yeah, he's going to get in. He was going to play last week, but Saturday of the game was in bed, couldn't get out of bed. He had the flu real bad. And we had to pick the bus. Had to pick him up after the game at the hotel. Yeah, it was bad. He was real ill. So, anyways, he's ready to go. He's excited. He's making his second game debut or whatever you want to call it. He's back.
Two games against Philly, a couple preseason games. You got a pretty solid book on them. What do you think tonight's going to be like? You guys seen each other so much.
It's the East Division, right? It's you don't see many blowouts at all. It's going to be a close game, hard fought. Both teams are going to pound. It's going to be fast. We've got a lot of respect for that team. They came into our rink on December 28th and beat us pretty soundly. It's going to be a huge game. It's a tiebreaker game.
Troy, what did you work on practice Tuesday? I assume offense came up, just the way things went in the Rochester game.
Yeah, we've discussed some of that. It wasn't one of our best games offensively, but I do like the way that we fought back to get within one. We found a way, and good teams find ways to get back in when things aren't going their way. And defensively, we worked a lot on pick and rolls. We got beat a lot on pick and rolls, and we just make corrections and go for it.
Offense kind of comes and goes. Is it one of those things where there's a certain amount of luck involved in picking corners or whatever, or sometimes is it I'm sure it's partly that and partly just because the other team is doing something that may be unexpected or breaking down things. It's going to be a little maddening to watch, I guess, in that sense.
It is. It's a difficult position to play, and the reason I say that is because most teams are playing 10 defenders and most teams are playing 6 offensive guys. So you got 10 guys pounding on 6 guys, right? So that's where the transition game comes into to play, where you need to create some stuff with the speed coming out of your own end. And when offensive guys are not in sync, it's very noticeable more than anything other in this game. And we were not in sync, and I thought our shooting was pretty bad in the first half against Rochester, but they did their homework and they played real well. And Vink's a tough goalie to score on, uncontested. So we've made some corrections and we'll go from there.
Seemed pretty agitated last game about Rochester's unwillingness to drop the gloves. Your thoughts on JT's misconduct?
No, I mean, I'm not going to blame JT. I mean, I remember when I played, if guys were carving me and not dropping mitts and stuff like that, well, then you got no choice but to carve back. And if the league is not going to protect these players, it's just going to be trouble down the road. We look at our lineup, we have some guys that, I've been holding back, and there's going to be a time where the leashes will be off. What else can I say?
John still got that little competitive edge, though, at 45, pushing back and all that.
Yeah, I love it. Well, he's always been a player. He's been a guy that doesn't, he creates his own space. Let's say that, and he's in to win, and that's why he's been playing for 23 years, right?
Seems like lacrosse is a game of runs. Philadelphia almost came back on in the late fourth and the second, and obviously handed you a pretty good beating here. Is there any way that you're probably going to see Evan Kirk again tonight? Any way that you're looking to get offensively going, especially early?
Well, we just have to be responsible, right? I mean, it's a game of these teams in this league are so evenly matched, and it's you know, I know it's a cliche, but it's outwilling the other team, and it's you know, working that extra little bit to get that loose ball for an extra chance, right? You know, so I mean, we have some things in plan right now where what we want to try to expose them to, and you know, we'll see if it works.
Troy, you got 3 weeks until your next game, which is obviously a really odd break in the schedule. What do you have a weekend practice at all, or do you just have the Tuesday night sessions, or how do you handle that?
Well, what we're going to do is we have our game tonight, and after tonight, you know, we're going to see how that goes, and if it all goes well, we'll probably take the Tuesday, Saturday off, and then go Tuesday, Saturday, Tuesday. So, you know, we have to get a weekend one in there, simulated game. You know, because if you have 2 weeks off, you become a little bit stale, and that. But it'll be a good break for our team. We've got some minor injuries and things like that where guys can heal up and prepare for the last half.